There we go. It's in this tab.
And while you're sitting there, let me introduce you to your brand new, completely fucked up because I can't draw worth a shit, even by freehand. Base of operations. Like, yes, as you can see, we're pretty much almost finished with your base. This is your central area right here. Pretty much your main hall and complete with a TV, so you can watch TV as well. This this is this is Jim Pan's gym, complete with boxing ring, heavyweight, speed bag, heavy bag, and control out the front that alters gravity. I still don't know why though. Dex, this is this is Dex's science lab with all his scientific tools and stuff. We have a scientific table. All the a lot the chemicals provided by Grant and Grant Company that the owner still freaks me out. Major major danger chemicals go here, and of course what lab isn't complete without its very own back computer. Though we have to go to the FBI database, you're still gonna need you still gonna need Agent Scully's password. This is your room. This is Geo's room. Just some basic shelves, a chair, and enough dirt to, well, have some fun. Oh, and Geo, your mentor. Huh?
Well, it's stone. He prefers solid stone.
Well, I meant stone. I meant to say.
Yeah.
Oh, and Geo, your mentor's apprentice stopped by and handed you and gave you this, and it's pretty much
a former apprentice. Because
no, your master's former apprentice.
Got it. Yeah, my mentor's former apprentice. Because last time I checked, my character was her last apprentice before she, disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, saying former apprentice is still not wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, she said apprentice. I was thinking, wait, she had an apprentice I didn't know about?
Former apprentice.
Yeah.
And she just stopped by and said, "This is for him," and then just poofed off.
Nice. Okay. So, guys, should I boost up my defenses more, my dodge more, or my, yeah, I'm going to go with increasing my not taking the hit.
Yeah, because I actually figured out why everything's at 15, so you're going to get hit a lot more from now on.
Sweet.
This is Siri's room. A lot of the stuff that her gun asked for, we couldn't bring in legally. So we have a magic circle here to teleport anything she wants from me. Teleport anything she wants, as long as it's not non-organics.
There we go. Oh, also, guys, just give you a heads up, my my attacks have increased in strength a little bit. I'm now pretty much at max.
Yep. Oh, out of curiosity, that drone you gave me, did that also have just 15 points to work with, or?
You'd have to spend the power points to make it like a companion or something like that, to keep it long term.
And that's something I'm going to do later then.
Yeah.
So for the time being, Droney's just like in a box. Nothing special about it.
Yeah. Like you can upgrade and side raises and stuff like that, but you just have a drone. I assume just sitting here in your lab until you're ready to get used to it. Oh, and speaking of which, one of the tech has decided to put this thing in. They said it's some sort of teleport, but they never got to work, so it's up to you whether you want to figure it out or not. And that basic kitchen, and stairways to your bedroom and prison.
Sweet.
Hey, welcome to your home above home. I'm about to go upstairs to for the payment for. I'm about to go downstairs. I'm about to go back to the bar to for the man to pay me, if you will.
Nah, she doesn't get pay. Screw
Say
her.
again?
No pay. No pay for her. I'm joking.
I'm like,
Joking.
no, I'm just going to.
Out of character joking.
I
1,
know.
2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. I don't really have much in the way of castle, of equipment that I need to worry about. My amulet's gotten a bit more powerful. My robes are a bit more powerful. I could increase my movement speed.
As Chimpan starts to box already.
Yeah.
Where's movement speed listed under?
Also, apparently, I can't get a super long range teleporter set up. Sad face. Maybe it cannot have. Okay.
Alright. As you explore your new base, the TV comes on, and the bar is from the bartender. Hey, you have some guests they want to see you. I'm pretty sure it's important. And the bartender's like looks petrified. Hello?
Still here.
Yeah, the bartender looks petrified, like, hey, you have some guests you want to see. He wants to see you. At least one of you could stop by the bar, please.
Okay.
I'll go with him, just, so he has someone else to back him up.
All right. All right. All right. Back to the bar. I guess she's sleeping for right now. And why did... that's strange. Anyway, back in the bar, you see a dwarf and two men in like fancy suits. The dwarf is also wearing a fancy suit. Note that on their back is a sword, and the dwarf is missing his pinky finger. Hello, my friends. Are you the ones who saved my sister? I guess you're a bit quiet today, aren't you?
Just trying to think who exactly the sister was.
Yes, my late unfortunately said by my late brother-in-law. He is a not he is a more mafioso, but a good man nonetheless. You're drawing a blank, aren't you? My sister, the one you saved from Mr. Xavier's house.
Ah, yes.
Oh, the was that the wife or?
Yeah, the wife and this kid and the kid.
We try our best not to hurt people.
Ah, yes. Very good. Let me introduce myself. I am Samuel Smith IV, the the primary owner of Samuel Smith's Ale. I also have another job of which, let's just say, you not exactly friendly of, though it is an honorable job. He says as he rolls up his sleeves and shows a let me just get the notes. A blue dragon on his sleeves. I am the head of what you call the Yakuza. I'll get straight to the point. Dragon asked me to join her little council of 7. And I don't and and that is not good for business, as you can see. So I wanted to help you out with anything I could. Just name it, and I'll tell you what I know.
Who are some of the major? Who might be some of the major competition in this?
The major competition? Oh, there is no competition anymore. The council. Let's just say this: if I walk up to the dragon and tell him no, I'm going to have every mobster on my back want me dead.
Good to know.
Have I can't say I do have a clue of some of the players. And he pulls out a couple of sheets. Mr. Smog. The person known as Mr. Smog. Obviously, he works in chemicals with his goal of pretty much using the world as his own personal testing tube for his twisted, sick experiments. Tech, if you will, has a genius level IQ and has a genius level IQ. He also works with military. He also works with several militaries to up their defenses. Although occasionally something goes wrong. I don't know what his goal is, other than watching the world burn with with him sitting on top. The reason why I have my men here is to avoid any psychic attacks from person known as Psycho. He can manipulate anything he wants, and well, unless you want to fight your own friends, just keep an eye out.
No problem.
And then, of course, you have the moron cop, or at least he plays, or at least he wishes he is the moron, or at least he plays the moron. I'll just say this: he pulls out a map. Go to this place. It's called Angel City. And you know exactly what 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 job he actually has. Two of the members I do not know. They're keeping their identity secret. Obviously, Dragon is one of them. And then the last member. Currently, there is no last member. Though in the city of New, because apparently I'm supposed to be the last member. Although there's a second runner-up that, let's just, that is, according to my files, its experiences with necromancy.
Interesting.
I'll try to delay them as long as possible, but eventually I'm going to have to give my answer. So I'm going to be hiding out for a little bit after this.
If we do need to contact you, what would be the best way to do so?
I have let's say, an inside man at this police station right here. That's the only reason I found out as much as I did.
All right. As the inside man, do they have a name?
I would say,
Someone.
look for Lieutenant Smith. Sorry, Lieutenant. Just look for the lieutenant. She always changes her name.
Let's look for the lieutenant, the police lieutenant. Okay. So, I think,
Say again?
so let's look for the police lieutenant.
Yep. Oh, and needless to say, watch out for those two snipers. Apparently, tech upgrade their sniper rifles so they're much more lethal now than ever. Oh, and keep it. One last thing. Pay special attention to the president's daughter. I have a feeling she's on one of the target list. Other than
Wouldn't
that,
surprise me.
other than that, have a good night. And that one lieutenant waves a hand, and things go back to normal. You just realize now that you're in some sort of pocket dimension where no one can get in or out. And it's making sure that no one that psychic tech doesn't get through. Oh, and bartender, I'll send Swift ale on the house. I have a couple of barrels worth of it, just for thank you, just as a thank you for your business. Uh, yes, sir. Well then, he he pops a salute. Then him and his men go back to the limousine and drive off as usual. All right. So what's your next move?
So, potential hit lists on the president's daughter. Not surprising. Other people on the list. If we need to contact Smith, just contact the police. All right. We got our job. Is there any prep work anyone feels that we need to do?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
I think Carrie asked a question.
Yeah. I was asking, like, is there prep work that we should be aware of? That we should do?
Okay. As you're discussing this, guess who busted through the door because Of course they do.
Who is it?
Ah, it's been so long. How you doing? It's Miss Angela Armstrong herself, i.e. the president's daughter.
Ooh.
It's been so long. How you doing? I saw some weird man in a limousine driving off. Is everything okay? Oh, okay.
You might want to be careful. You might want to stay in the safe house for a bit. Apparently, there's a target on your head.
Oh, piss posh! You're heroes. You could defend me. Besides, I'm only here for the concert. Apparently, apparently she invited all of you to. Apparently, the Diamond Star invited all of you to be part as the star of your Heroes Who Saved the Stage, who Heroes Who Saved the World tour.
Yeah. Something that definitely feels like concerning.
What do you mean? She's ultra popular.
Yeah, there's the notion of don't meet your heroes. When it comes to celebrities, I don't know. Just got a bad feeling. Don't know why.
And why shouldn't she meet? And why shouldn't she meet me? And behind her, with escorts, of course, is a world star herself. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. Like, thank you. Like, I want to thank you for saving my hometown and get that nasty Mr. Xavier out. I swear, does the police do anything around here? And she runs into each of you and gives you a tight hug and a kiss.
I keep my distance.
What's wrong? Is everything
I
alright? Oh, don't tell me you don't like me.
I prefer not to be touched by people.
Oh. But anyway, you're invited to the big concert. I want you all to be my guest of honor. And I'll make sure that the president's that Angela is safe and sound. I promise. We're going to be good friends in the last couple of weeks. But I know that with your heroes aside, she will be well safe. Anyway, when's a good time? Anyway, the concert is going to be in a couple of days, so I hope I can see you there. Bye bye. And she leaves. The bodyguards just look at you as like, I hope you're wrong. The bodyguards just look at you like, I hope you make Miss Elvera's a crust. Goodbye. See, she's not too bad. What could possibly go wrong with her? Like, ma'am, we should get to a safe house. I don't know if that sniper is on the roof or not. Fine, fine. I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye bye. And the agents almost drag her to the safe house. But I still want to. Oh, poo. All right. So you have a con. So you might have a concert. You have a mysterious city, and you have a recruit. You have a recruit in New Hope. Well, a potential recruit in the city of New Hope.
Hmm.
Which one do you want to tackle first?
Well, so we got concert, mysterious, mysterious city. What was the third one?
Possibly there's a recruit in New Hope that's going to be the final member of the Council of Seven. No one knows what happened to the original seventh member.
Do we like have like a name and an address of this potential seventh member, or
Unfortunately, not. Unfortunately, he says not. All that knows, all that he knows that all that her contact knows is he's a necromancer.
well, I don't suppose that they can use like a handy dandy technology check to check out the handy dandy necromancer's registry to see who this person is. Because I doubt such a thing exists. Because I don't think a lot of necromancers would actively admit, yes, we are necromancers. Here's me on the registry.
Well, you still have the FBI computer database. You can just ask them for the password.
Yeah. Theoretically, I could just give a shot at seeing like maybe there is a registry for necromancers.
I will make a technology check. See if there is.
Wait, are you trying to find out about necromancy?
Yeah,
That's
like
magic. I could try hunting down my sources for you.
that'd be helpful. Because
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like if there's like a registry that of registered necromancers, maybe see if it's possible to maybe narrow down the list.
Yeah, let me roll this.
Oh,
25.
Alright, Kiri can't find any registry, obviously, but Seawall, you actually heard your man's like, oh yeah, the necromancy art is very rare because not a lot of people survive. I remember five necromancers. I remember five necromancers that make the jump, but they're scattered all over the world. So who knows where they're at right now? Hello, who's this?
Seawall, that's you.
Oh, hello? Sorry.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
So-
said there are only five necromancers around the world because of their, let's just say, short lifespans.
Not only that, but they're actively hunted by several different magical orders. Necromancy is anathema to most magic. Magic comes from life, and thus using magic to bring life back after something has died is anathema to it. They don't last long also due to the danger of the magic.
Pretty much. Only five of them exist, and after telling the names, you can make another technology check, Kiri.
All right, now I have some names to work with. What do I find? Addresses, last known locations, stuff that might give us a clue as to where to look.
One of them is New Hope. Is in New Hope. His name is Top. I actually wrote down the name. I can't even pronounce it. I have to change it real quick. Right. Harris Capoli, and he's in New and he is indeed in New Hope. You have his address, and you actually have his warrant posted. It says he's armed and dangerous.
I'll relay that to Seawall's character.
Hmm.
Right. Alright, so I got our name. He's considered armed and dangerous. And at least last note I'm looking. What other information is on like that wanted poster stuff?
Well, obviously the major thing is one for bringing people back from the dead because because there's worldwide illegal. Uh, murder of murder of course. So he's also a murder of course because he's a serial killer who kills people, then experiments them with their bodies. You note that even fellow necromancers are after him. But he's pretty much the master of the art because of his, let's just say, less than favorable experiments.
Oh, also, I'd like to note I have upgraded my own personal headquarters, my castle. Well, pocket dimension castle. I have more space now, guys.
Nice.
And a DC 30 is needed to bypass its security. I would presume that you're Ty, that you're willing to modify. Normally, the rules is a technology check. Can I have it be an expertise magic check instead?
Sure, since it's technically magic.
Yeah, and I've even made it more concealed. I think it's a DC 35 to find it or something like that, and they also have to deal with it being sealed. And yes, I do have holding cells there, guys.
So you have a holy cell in your base. You have a holy cell in your castle. All right.
Yes. I mean, I could convert them into something else.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, fine.
Yeah. But again, my base is, a distance away.
But yeah, as you read his files, you note some of his quotes. He says that humans, humans, elves, dwarves, and the like are weak. My goal is to make them strong. Through necromancy, I know I can find out the ins and outs of people and adjust them to better suit my needs and these of others, if you will. And my newfound friend, and I've been talking to some newfound friends as of late, and if I can get them on my side, I can have the whole world to play with. Especially that, especially that chemist. He seems very fun. So yeah, now you know his story.
All right. Out of curiosity, the holding cell that we have down there, would it be able to ward it off to prevent someone like that from being able to get out? I'm asking this to Seawall's character.
What was that you asked?
Like the holding cell that we have, is it like specially designed so that magic users and whatnot would have incredible difficulty getting out?
Hold on, let me actually pull up the rules for that. Hold on, there's a little trick I've got to use with this. Let me remove that, and then I'll re-add it. Holding cell. Okay. Holding cells are for holding prisoners, usually temporarily, although some headquarters might have more permanent holding facilities. The cells are equipped with nullifying devices ranked at HQ power level, or their basic toughness increased by 50%, which option should be agreed upon by both the player and the GM. Both options for 2 features. Heroes using holding cells contain captured villains until they can be turned over to proper authorities, while villains use them to keep heroes. Yeah. So basically, they are designed to hold. But yeah, my facility is. Well, my facility is pretty. My facility. Let me re-add that, and then I'm going to close that. I'm going to double check. Okay, it's a DC 30 magic check to bypass my security. Sorry, my facility is. I had to double check that. I'm actually making the security even tougher instead of making it harder to find. Okay. It's a DC 35. My character, at his current power level, with the skills he has, would have to roll a 17, a 17 or higher to beat his own security system. So unless this guy is significantly more powerful than my character, I could contain him, and the security might be able to hold him. And I'm going to go with that. His is designed with magic nullifying fields at power level 8.
All right.
So if he's in the cells, his powers are reduced by like 8 levels or something like that. So my facility could potentially contain a Necromancer for a time.
Yeah, true. Damn, that's a lot of power. Alright, so I assume you try and go after the Necromancer first?
Seems like he'd be a big threat, especially further down the line. I mean, we have the set date for the concert, so if we do plan to go to the concert, we know when it's going to happen.
Alright. Thanks to the power of the FBI transport. Say again? Thanks to the power of the FBI transport, about a day away, you enter the city of New Hope. New Hope is, well, the original city where the incursion happened. So you see every type of person there. This is the entry point. This is the entry point right here.
Hang on, the thing was zoomed in very far from me. Where was the entry point again?
About here.
All right, upper right. Okay. And what was the city called again?
New Hope, the original city.
All right. What time of day is it right now?
I'm going to take a random dice roll. 1 second. Take that. Six in the morning. So yeah, everyone's just getting up, and as everyone's just getting up, you hear the news. You hear the newspaper. You hear the news feed from the local store. Attention! Late breaking news. The Necromancer, like the serial killer, is after again. 3 ladies slain within the park. Officials are trying to track him down, but no one knows who he is or when he will strike. Alert! Alert! The Necromancer is at it again. Three citizens slain in the park. Three girls slain in the park. Their bodies appear to be dragged off, but we don't know where they're at.
Hmm. And this is probably going to be a little bit meta here, but the park, it's this thing right here.
Yeah, that's a part.
All right. Well, got last known location. Should we head to the park?
Sure.
Alright, you get to the park and you run to the chief of police. Hey, what's up? Hey, there's a police area. Stand by.
We understand that, but one of my colleagues here is very in tune with the arcane. As you're dealing with a necromancer, there's a chance there might be some magical residual that might allow us to potentially find the missing girls before anything truly horrible happens.
Ah, ah, I'm one of those heroes then. In that case, come on in. Just don't mess anything up. Just don't mess anything major at the crime scene unless you talk to one of the detectives first.
We'll avoid touching things if we don't need to. Quick question, like looking around, do I see like any security cameras or anything?
That's strange. You see security cameras all over the park, but you see security cameras all over the park.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can like maybe hack my way into like the cameras and maybe get like a recording of like what happened like within the last 12 hours.
Sure, go ahead.
Technology check. Here we go.
Yeah, good news and bad news. The good news is you can manage to hack them safe fine. The bad news is someone counter hacked the cameras first.
So basically, they were displaying a loop of something over
Yep.
recording.
And that loop the loop lasts 15 hours. So
Okay, so basically, I'm just watching like.
someone smart is on his side.
Okay, so basically, what I'm watching is like a previously recorded segment of stuff that happened that they basically put onto instead to be what's shown instead of what's actually happening.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a problem. Whoever is here apparently decided to show previous footage as a way of making sure that you can't just easily see what happened in the last few hours. Hey, check to see like if there's any magical residual.
All right, go ahead. So I think that's Geo.
Hey, my territory.
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Geo's territory.
So we got a magical thing we got to deal with.
Yeah, I tried looking to see like maybe if the security cameras showed like maybe what happened, but someone basically is superimposed previous footage on top, so not exactly a whole lot I can do. At least not without a bit of time.
So you need me to do some magic.
Yeah,
what specifically with magic?
My hope is that maybe like some kind of compulsion or whatever kind of magics that necromancers use. Maybe see if there's some residuals that might give us some ideas.
27.
Oh yeah, you actually could see the fallout of the magic. Apparently, they've been not sniped but hit with very powerful magics. Despite the new support, they're still alive, but on the brink of life and death. But yeah, you can actually, I guess, if you put it like an attack dog, you can actually smell the foul stench in the air.
assume he relays that.
Yep, I would. So what did I find out again?
You pretty much see the foul stench you guys smell this foul stench in the air, and you figure out that the girls are still alive, just on the brink of life and death. That's what spell he used.
They're barely alive, wherever they are.
It's pretty much a close range spell, so he had to get up close to do that.
Is it possible for you to maybe get an idea of like where this residual is, like as they're moving, maybe there's like a scent or scent trail or something? Or does that kind of magic not really work like that?
What was the question again?
Like, considering now that we have an idea of what kind of magic was used, are you like able to use it kind of like how a bloodhound would try and sniff like the scent of an object to somebody?
Mm-hmm. So you want me to try to do a tracking spell?
Yes. Assuming there's not like different rules for specific kinds of magic. At least when it comes to tracking.
I could attempt to do a magic ritual. It will take me time, but I could do it, or I could attempt to create an object to track the women, or even communicate with them potentially. Do I have any samples of something from them, like a piece, like hair or hair, nails, skin, blood? Do I have anything like that? One of these girls?
Let me check real quick.
That's a good idea.
I guess everyone could do an investigation check to see what you could find. All right, Chimpanzee. Chimpanzee more.
Investigation.
Yep.
I have 0.
Just roll a base number. All right, then, and Seawolf.
Okay. What's my investigations at? I did boost it up a little bit.
Same here. I think it's either at or it's
26. Yeah, I got a plus 10. Your max is 18 for a power level.
All right.
Mine is just below it then, because mine's plus 17.
All right, Degsec and Geo, you actually do find blood, a couple of scar tissue, and the light, enough to perform the ritual if you want to. To at least
Okay.
with the ladies. For at least 2 to 3 ladies.
Okay. Okay. What we'll do is okay. What type of communication? We're talking like scrying style communications.
Hey, if you want, it's still magic. Still magic. So I guess give me not technology, obviously.
It's got to be some kind of magic skill for that kind of thing. Some kind of.
I guess in that case, give me a D20.
Okay, so the way I would describe it is due to his earth magic, he's basically going to be tracking them through the earth in a sense. And what he can do is create kind of I wouldn't call it a misty form of himself to communicate with them, but like a dust form. Like dust particles floating in the air. Might be able to look around a little bit and talk with them.
All right.
Won't be able to go far. I'm making sure you're okay with it, Ty.
Yeah, sure.
25 to try to pull off this ritual.
All right. It's a little bit tricky, but you actually managed to just pull it off, and you track them down, zigzag into the streets to right here.
Ooh. I'll be basically what the party will see is I'll just be sitting in the middle of a ritual circle that is carved out of. So I'm sitting on a slab of stone, carved it out, and using magic carved out the sigils that I'm using. Little stone bowl, and basically there's the stuff we use to track them. Poof, and now there's like a. Am I the only one who can see this, or can they see what
You're the only one who can see this.
Okay, got it. So they just see me floating there, slightly off the ground.
You can also get to see the ladies tied up in chains, and one of them's on a table with what appears to be an old man getting out his surgical tools.
Which one did I connect to? I'm assuming I get a better.
The two ladies hanging. The two ladies that's being hung up.
Okay. Do they have to verbalize to communicate with me, or is this like
You can telepathic if you want to.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of walk over to them, kneel down, and put my hand on each of their shoulders, and just basically in a whisper to them. We know where you are. We will do everything we can to get there as quick as we can. Can you tell me about the man that is keeping you?
One of them tries to think for a minute. It's like, I don't know where he came from. Me and my friends were out late drinking. We went to the park. All of a sudden, this old man just walked up to us. This old homeless man. He walked up to us, put my hand on my shoulder, and then suddenly I'm knocked out. And both me and my friends is right up here. Where am I? I should note that they're in the basement, so they don't even know where they are.
Just keep calm. We're coming for you.
Please hurry. I don't know what he's going to do to my friend.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to snap out of it and kind of very slowly float back to the stone that I had beneath me. I get up and go, we don't have a lot of time. He's already working on one of them. There are 3 girls total. And from what she said, he was able to knock them out simply by putting a hand on them. But that could just be to strengthen his power. It could be ranged. And I might be able to whip something up that can give us some protection, though, from that. I'm going to use my Artifice ability in the rapid version. Let me pull up the rules for inventing. Loading image masterminds. Where are you? You advantage. There we are. Okay, here we go. A character can, with the Inventor advantage, or in my case, Artificer, can create temporary devices. For the first, the Inventor must design the invention. This is a technology skill check. The GM should make in secret. The DC is 10 plus the Inventor's total character. The invention's total character point cost, including all modifiers except for removable, which was not applied to inventions as they are temporary by nature. Designing an invention that requires an hour's worth of work per character point in the invention cost. You must make a routine check you can make routine checks to design inventions. You can reduce the range of the design time, taking a -5 to reduce the time check. DC, a design check is 10 plus the invention. There's also jerry-rigged. An inventor, okay, here we go. An inventor can choose to spend a victory point to jerry-rig a device, ideal for when particular device is needed right now. When jerry-rigging a device, skip the design check and reduce the time to 1 round per character point of the device cost, but increase the DC by 5. The inventor must make this check if successful for 1 scene before it burns out, falls apart, blows up, or otherwise fails. You can jerry-rig an invention as a routine check, nor can you speed up the process any further, taking advantages, blah, 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 blah. You can use the jerry-rigged invention again by spending another victory point. I think we all have at least 1 victory point right now, or do we have more?
1 each.
Okay, yeah. Needing a mind shield device, right? You decide to spend a victory point to jerry-rig it. You skip the design stage altogether, 5 rounds. The DC increase to 25, but still within your hero's ability. The mind shield is basically what I'm doing right now. Your hero needs to whip a mind shield device to confront a bad guy who seeks control of your teammates, immunity to mind control, a common affliction effect. So basically, it sounds like he knocked them out. Is the best of my ability. So I need to make a mind shield for us. So I'm going to go to not affliction, but immunity. Cold, wintry, fire, including disease. Hold on. Conditions, starvation, thirst. Okay. Yeah, I can't go for that, but Okay, guys, we got a couple of options here because what I want to do is I want it to be able to affect you guys as well. Wait, hold on. This allows you to grant the benefit to others by touching. It's most commonly used for life supports which may bubble around you. Okay, yeah. Damn. Okay. Alteration effects, sensory effects, emotional effects. So I'm assuming that this would have to be considered a common one because it's basically either some form of mind control or forced unconsciousness, some sort of suggestive ability, is what I can guess. Correct, Ty?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that means it's... Okay, I'm going to do one thing to try to make this a little less costly. Because at 10 ranks, it's a DC 25 up to DC 35, since I'm going to be jerry-rigging this. Because I'm going to be affecting others and ranging it so that you guys can get it as well. But what I'm going to do is this thing is going to have the unreliable. Is going to have the unreliable quality. Specifically in the form of it has 5 uses before it burns itself out on its own. And Ty, I do have the skill mastery for magic. Let me check if I'm allowed to use that in this case.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Okay, got it. Yeah, basically, you're gonna have to do a. Okay, so yeah, this is a DC 35 check. Or no, it's not that. Because it's 10 ranks makes a DC 20. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I can only really provide protection to one of you guys. I can't afford the higher level. Sorry, guys, and I don't have, 2 weeks to build this thing. Damn. Sorry, guys, I thought I could be helpful with that, but I guess not in this case.
Well, time is unfortunately the essence. I don't exactly think those girls will be around for a whole lot longer with that Necromancer.
Look, I'm going to do just for myself then. I hope you guys are okay with that.
Sure.
And Ty, you're gonna have to roll in secret a DC 18 check. Sorry, it's a DC 25, but roll it as a 20. So this has to be done in secret because I don't know if it works or not.
And I'm about to roll it with running the return for my phone. 1 second.
So yeah, it's DC 25. So if I beat that DC, if I meet or beat the DC, I'll be fine. I think from the rules, I don't get to know. Inventing, inventions, design check. Okay.
God dang it.
You have designed the design a flaw. You must start over with 3 or more degrees of failure. Design is not okay. Got it. Okay, so you will tell me if it failed. Design is flawed. You must start over. Here we go. Jury rigging.
If you're wondering, I got 1.
Okay.
It
I
doesn't
think.
tell me yet.
Hold on. Once the invention is complete, it's good for use in one scene, after which it breaks down and runs out of power if the character. There are 2 options. First, spend the necessary character points to acquire the invention's regular power. As part of the character trait in this case. Removal flaw for one-time purchase. Victory point, use for one scene after that. Okay, so yeah. Got it, Ty. So yeah, basically, have you rolled it?
Yeah, I rolled it.
Okay. And do I? And I should be aware of any flaw, and you must start. Okay. So, and did I have to start over, or did it work?
It worked.
Okay. So, to the best of my knowledge, either I beat the DC 25, or I failed horribly, guys. So, so yeah, what I've done is I've basically, this is removable. So what I have done is I've probably modified my amulet that I already have that protects me. The problem is at the end of the scene, though, it's going to fail somewhat spectacularly. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Before it burns out, falls spot bullets, but otherwise fails. Got it, yeah. So basically there's going to be some sparking coming from my amulet when we're done with it. So we're going to the Necromancer's place, and we're moving quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm also going to bump up my movement abilities as well.
Alright, so in fact, as fast as you can, you tunnel all the way to the Necromancer's place.
I can tunnel it. I can tunnel it 120 feet around. Basically, I fly there initially at about Okay, what's the best way to put this? Depending on my move, let me check my abilities. Where is it? Okay, no, that's not it. God, I hate this. It's always tricky to figure this out because this thing is not the best. Okay, with Earth Surf, here we go. Yeah, I can move 500 feet around with Earth Surf. Earth and Platform, I can move at half a mile per round. I am moving at the speed of light aircraft. That's the short version of it, 250 miles an hour. And Earth and Tunnel, which is what I'll use once I get there, I can basically burrow at 120 feet around. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
Alright, so I assume you avoid pipes and wires. You burrow there in about 5 minutes, just in time to see his tools all set up, and he about to cut into one of the ladies. Like, now hold still. By the time, don't worry, you'll be a much better human by the time I'm done with you. I promise. So yeah, you're rough just as he finishes his speech and is about to put a knife to that young lady.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically do the kick door down thing, but that kick door is also going to be launching, in this situation, what was it? A 6-ton rock getting shoved straight into his face.
So I assume I had to do a dodge check.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
Ah!
I think that increases the damage by a little bit.
1 second.
Guys, does that increase the damage a little bit?
Yes.
I think so.
I think it increases the DC by 2 for just a regular attack, so I don't have the nicer abilities. Okay, he's fighting a DC 25 right now. Oh god, he just failed by 3 categories. So basically this fucking rock just flies out of his wall right into his face.
He's not even going to be able to do anything except, like, what the hell? And he's trying and failing to pull the rock up. Like, who are you? What do you want?
Hold on, I've got to double check what my what the damage conditions are in this case. So yeah, but he's going to go. My character's going to go over to him and very quickly form basically a stone pillory over him, locking his ankles together, locking his arms together, and putting basically rock gloves over his hands, so sealing his hands in rock, so he can't move them at all.
You might want to be careful when you put them on his hands, because you notice when he puts it on his hands, his.
You do that at a distance.
I was about to say, yeah, when the stone touches his hands, he casts some magic to pretty much turns it into sand.
So he just turned my stone into sand.
Well, from his hands, the feet and arms he can't do.
But I can at least keep his. So his hands are uncovered, but I can at the very least lock his arms down.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't take kindly to necromancers where I come from. The unlife bringers. And then he also uses an elven term, basically highly derogatory for necromancer.
God dang it! One of the bounty hunter, government agent, or one of my fellow necromancers who think I go too far with my art.
No, I'm a geomancer.
Good. I'm actually looking for a geomancer. I can actually increase my magic if I can experiment on you. I don't think I've been experimenting in this case, though.
You're not going to be experimenting on anyone.
Oh, I don't know about
Not
that.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Not
pretty much
anymore.
weak right now. Yeah, that's the trick of my powers. If I had to use them too many times, I'm pretty much defenseless. Otherwise, I would break out here a long time ago. But I have some friends in high places. I'll be out in probably a couple of seconds.
You assume we're taking you there. You assume we're taking you there and not containing you elsewhere.
You assume my friend is here right now, and at least, and DedSec and Jimpan, DedSec and Siri, say DedSec and Pyro, you look up to the first floor window to see it's like all too well. Candace and her robots storming the place. In other words, at least you know what happened to the cameras.
Yep.
I guess my ride has arrived. Can you do me a favor and buzz off and leave the girls too? I'm about to experiment on making them much better.
Do you mind if I knock him out?
Yeah.
Form stone fist, punch him.
Ouch. And then
Yeah, he's out.
down.
He's out like a light. Yeah. Okay, now loading girls onto a stone slab. We're getting the hell out of here, boy. If I have to, okay. How are they attached to the wall? Is it a stone wall?
No, train to the ceiling.
Is it a stone ceiling?
Yes, it is.
I cut out little squares of where the chains are, embedded, and we're taking the whole chain with us.
What about
throwing them on?
What about the girl strapped to the bed? Well, slab.
Is it a stone slab?
No, it's wood.
How heavy is the table?
Girl's about 96. Girl about 200. About 200. 100.
So could we reasonably put it on top of a stone slab that weighs a ton and then they can then bear the weight of an additional 5 tons?
Sure.
Okay. Well, GTFO, guys.
Yep.
All right.
I'm collapsing the tunnel behind myself as well.
All right. As you track the tunnel, Candace was the first one down and takes her shot. So stand by for at least 3 shots to you before you completely get away.
What? I can't put up some cover? Big old chunks of stone?
Candace is a robot. She's pretty much fast.
Ah, got it.
All right. Plasma rifle. 1, 2, 3.
Who is she targeting?
All of you. Sorry. In order: Kiri, Seawall, and Jimpan.
Okay, she missed me completely.
Just hit me.
Guys, roll your toughness. We got to get the hell out of here.
Fuck.
You soak it. You do not, but you'll be fine. We'll get you juice and a nap later. Yes, you get juice and yes, we'll give Jimpan a juice box and nap time later.
All right, I assume you're telling you all the way back to the park or to a police station or whatever.
Police. Should we go to the police station?
We should go to a fucking hospital. We got 3 girls that were in the hands of a necromancer. We're gonna need. We can temporarily contain this guy just by keeping him unconscious. I'm sure we could convince a doctor to dope him up like crazy doped up, so he's out like a light.
Yes.
One of you go to the police. I'll deal with the girls. See if any magic's already been done on them.
And you also might want to hurry because Candace and his robots are trying to drill through the hole right now to catch up to you. The only thing you hear is Master will be disappointed if we let him get away. Faster!
Wait. So they're drilling through the hole, even though we've already escaped out of...
Use their plasma rifles to try to cut through the hole.
I wish them luck, because that's solid stone. That's solid stone. It'll take them time, but...
I know, but they're trying to drill through the hole. Or at least in Candace's case, her machine guns instead of a rifle.
That's going to take time. Okay, so...
Yeah, but you still have time, but you know that you still have a time limit.
I'm just going to do a routine check on magic. 28 to scan the girls for residual magic.
You do? Oh. Anyway,
Yeah, I've got the skill mastery expertise magic.
Yeah,
I can basically DC 10 it in almost all situations.
Yeah, other than a little bit of suggestion magic, you have you have a little bit of suggestion magic, but other than that, it's not like life
Okay.
threatening.
Obviously, I'll break the restraints. Have you guys gotten the cops yet to protect these girls as best they can? Because I've got a way to contain this guy for a little while.
Yeah, I'll bring them to the hospital.
Well, no, I'm at the hospital right now. I've got the guy nearby me. I've asked a doctor to dope him the fuck up in the meantime.
Right.
You know, a big old shot of morphine, big old shot of sedative. Just keep him out for the next several hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at the hospital on the map, so it's here.
Yeah. Got it. So we're at the hospital right now. We're going to drop off the girls. I'll break them out of their restraints using just, rocks. Are they coming to once they're in the hospital?
After some magic, yeah, like, we're
Easy.
Free. What? We're free.
Yes, you're at the hospital.
And of course, the second they looked at the dude, the girls instantly back off, like, what's he doing here?
Do you not see the giant stone pillory holding him in place? And the fact that he's floating off the ground. We had to keep an eye on him temporarily. We just brought you here to drop you off and deal with some of the magic that was put on you. Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to get this guy to containment. Like, now. What was it? Dead sick. What's your top flight speed? Kiri?
Where do I see my speed?
Under your powers, it should list it.
So under the tab Powers, Advantages, and Equipment, look under... Where? No. Just not seeing it. I'm not seeing where strength or my speed is.
Okay, it's under. It should be under your on your powers tab. You should have something called flight, I'm assuming.
I have a jetpack.
What does the jetpack say for speed?
Doesn't say anything. It just says removable, could be disarmed. I had to have help making this because I did not understand the system at all.
Okay, I got it. Sorry. What's the flight speed listed with it?
There is no flight speed listed.
Who helped you make it?
Diplo.
Because
you weren't here.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Would you mind linking me the sheet or whatever?
Yeah, 1 second.
Or did you build it in Roll20?
Yeah, Roll20, so I have to link you to directly.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Let me see if I can't read it, because I use an external program. Because I know I can carry Jim Pan with me easily enough. Just kind of make him a little stone seat he can sit on a platform while I'm flying.
All right, you have the sheet now.
Okay, rank 2 jetpack. Can have jetpack to something. Okay, what in the hell is this? I don't even know how he calculated half this. Because the thing is, flight is not that expensive. Flight is like 2 per. So I don't know what in the hell he was doing. Look, for simplicity's sake, let's assume that we can. How fast have we clocked those robots flying at before?
I think the major robots is like 15 miles an hour. sorry, 30 miles an hour. Candace is 100 miles an hour. Of
Okay,
course, the maximum.
she's flight 6.
Huh?
So Kiri, I guess I'm going to be carrying you as well.
Okay.
I'm basically going to be opening up with my platform, and we accelerate from 0 to 250 miles an hour and just start flying like bats out of hell. And I tell you guys, keep Mr. Evil Unconscious guy unconscious. Also, if anyone has a piece of fabric to put over his eyes, that'd be helpful as well.
Okay. I'll take some tape and put some duct tape around his eyes.
That works. So yeah, I'm flying back to my castle because it's the only place I know that can contain something like this. Well, more specifically, you got. Is it nighttime right now?
No, it's actually midday.
Damn it. Okay, how busy? I'm kind of flying over my city. How busy is the street leading? How busy is the kind of suburb street leading up to my place?
It's pretty much starting to get packed.
Damn it.
It's not heavily packed, but it's beginning of lunch. It's beginning of lunch rush, if you will.
Okay. Okay, we'll have to go in. We'll have to sneak in via tunneling into a small backyard that I've got. Let me double check one thing. I've got to double check with my it's under equipment, I believe. Yeah, installations. Here we go. I've got to double check what a tiny is. Yeah. He's floating over an area that has a series of small townhouses inside the city with small backyards. I guess we're going to have to land in a park nearby. Can I find a kind of secluded part of the park to land?
Most of the outside parts are usually secluded. Huh?
Well, no. What we're going to do is we're basically going to tunnel underground and then pop up into my backyard, and we'll go in the back door.
All right, you tunnel, and I guess I'm going to say this is your temporary house until you get a permanent one. So yeah.
Well, no. This house isn't what it seems. The house itself. The house itself is okay. I've got a dual size base. Basically, the exterior looks like a small townhouse.
All right.
The interior is a castle with massive amounts of land around it. So yeah, basically I have what was it? Including grounds, estate including grounds. Yeah, hold on, I gotta double check what grounds does.
So yeah, this is your townhouse because from your description, that's pretty much the best way I could put it.
Yeah, it's a townhouse with a small backyard that we can kind of pop into.
Yeah.
And very quickly, hopefully without anyone noticing us, I'm going to tap. I'm going to whisper a few words at the back door and open, and scurry you guys in quickly. What's that?
No, I want to see if Candace notices you. What she doesn't. So yeah, you're good.
Got it. So
because obviously, when you look at the you see Candace and robot flying by, pretty much looking for you.
Okay, yeah. So opening up the townhouse door, and I'm gonna basically hurry you guys in. You guys walk into what looks like the courtyard to a medieval castle out of a fantasy movie.
You can also see the Nercomancer starting to stir. You can also see the Nercomancer slowly getting younger.
Okay. Very quickly, I'm going to chuck him into one of the magic negation cells, or magic suppressing cells.
All right. Well, good news is he no longer has magic, and he appears to be his age, which is about 23 to 24 years old. He was
Okay,
once
so
at least 60 years old, so...
yeah. So yeah, as I said, guys, you're now standing in the courtyard of a fantasy medieval castle. The sky is bizarrely colored, kind of like a dark purple with like aurora borealis flying over it, and Kiri, does your system have navigation built into it? Your suit? Yeah. It doesn't recognize the star chart. It does not recognize the stars at all. Any of the constellations.
The compass spinning around in circles, essentially.
Actually, the compass is spinning straight towards the center of the castle.
Okay, so kind of like a Jack Sparrow type thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's pointing towards the center of it. Looking out front, you see basically land almost growing out slowly, trees aging, going from little to big. Well, welcome to my home.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. I recently started restoring it. It fell into a bit of disrepair with the disappearance of my master. But
When was that?
2.5 years ago.
So this is all within like 2.5 years. Jeez.
Well, I had the castle and a little bit of land outside of it, but I've recently gotten that to re-expand again, and I brought the magic wards back online as well. The only things that I'll say that are you going to fly around the castle at all or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see, the standard towers, very clearly a central spire, very, very wizard tower. Though one of the towers looks like it was replaced somewhat in recent years with a windmill, like a modern windmill. That's just constantly spinning.
Huh.
And you detect a breeze, almost like a wind tunnel going right through that.
That was probably a little interesting thing to fly through, without there being other.
Yeah. Otherwise, the air is fairly still.
Yep.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to look into long-term containment procedures for this guy. And my guy basically walks to one of the libraries. Well, walks to the main tower and goes into a large library.
All right.
Anything else you want to know about the castle?
I think I could think of off the top of my head.
Do you still have your laptop with you, DedSec?
Yeah.
You might want to ask if you can still use it.
Before I even consider turning it on, I was going to ask us, Geo, if I turn my laptop on, is it going to explode or something?
No. Look over there, and he points to one of the desks. There's a laptop sitting on the desk, and a little router sitting next to it. It was a bitch getting cable in this place,
I can begin to imagine. All right, I open it up. What programs are still functional and which ones are not?
I would presume that because this place has living space, that he would have basic internet access.
All right, so as long as I can connect to the internet, then probably about like 99% of what I have is still functional.
Yep. The only thing you can't connect to is the FBA database because obviously you need a password. and Egypt is like you, but not nice enough to, but not like, but don't like you nice enough to give her restricted access to everything and potentially lose her job.
So yeah, the he'll give you the Wi-Fi password. It's
Right.
it's standard complex, nothing crazy. He asked that you don't get the FBI called to his place.
Has that happened before?
No, I just don't want it to happen. Mainly because if they kick the door down, they're going to find a place that's complete. They're going to find a place that is furnished but empty, and we'll find a computer, but one that isn't working or isn't doing anything. I had to make this place seem convincing, or at least my master did.
That sounds like the really hilarious way to prank than waste resources. We got ping here.
You do know that there are there's a magic hidden to the FBI these days, right?
I'm about to say, yeah, they're magical agents.
That they might be able to figure out what's hiding here.
Yeah, good point.
And I haven't read all these books, and they're organized and I'm scared to read the damn index of all the books because some of the stuff's probably forbidden knowledge.
The kind of stuff that as soon as you open up, all of a sudden you'd start speaking in tongues, start seeing things from the corner of your eyes, that sort of thing.
No, that's just the magic crystal having trouble. But yeah,
nothing like reading the Necronomicon. Got it.
I got a copy of that.
Is it actually as good as the movie Evil Dead shows it as?
No, it's a joke. It doesn't have any power to it. It's just it's what bored teenagers play with. It's in the fiction section.
That's like the Ouija board.
Actually, don't fuck with Ouija boards. Those things are a direct line to hell.
All right, good to know. To self, do not do that drunken
the Necromancer. Harris looks at it like, the ones you blew up my Ouija boards. By the way, where am I? It's not exactly a police station.
No, it's a magically dampened holding cell that is in a sealed location where we can keep you contained for now. Don't worry, you'll be fed. You'll notice that your powers are either severely diminished or effectively missing.
You're looking a little young. I can't exactly discriminate your cell anymore.
Also, I'd recommend against trying to bypass the cell itself. The magical wards in here are quite potent, and I've only recently gotten them working. So they may not be fully tuned, as in they might just straight up kill you. So be a good little warlock and sit still for a while.
But I have so much experiments I have to do. Can you just let me off so some warning or something?
Be glad I'm not my master. She would have killed you already.
It's not the first time I've been killed. Probably not be the last.
So what exactly happens? You actually see that whole light at the end of the tunnel thing, or is that just more like creative fiction?
It's a light at the end of the tunnel. Then for some odd reason I get hot. Then my magic kicks in and I'm back to the land of the living. Who knows?
Fifth or sixth
I think
level?
I've been in hell about 5 times already. Who knows? Who cares?
5th or 6th circle? Sound about right?
Maybe. Like I said, I don't stay around that long.
I was asking Geo.
I'm sorry.
What is he asking Geo about?
So, sound like 5th or 6th circle of hell to you? The way you describe.
Well, you do realize that's following the Dante's Inferno model. There's like 8 different models for the afterlife, at least.
Plus, I think even 6th or 2nd circle of hell even Even magic can't pull him back out.
Yeah. Besides, there are fates worse than death. There's the space between spaces. Where do you think most necromancers end up?
What?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let's see. This is technically from the other world, but let's see. Here we go. About 300 years ago, my master put 20 necromancers in the space between spaces. No evidence they've ever escaped. Souls just stripped from their bodies and sent into the void in between spaces. No magic, no escape. Just floating there for eternity. Fully conscious and aware.
I've heard the boy, but no one actually speaks about it before except that horror place, and of course, I'm not exactly friends with my fellow necromancers, so I didn't expect to know about that. Interesting.
Why do you think they disappear so much? Currently, I'm researching to figure out which organization I should hand you over to make sure you go there, because I don't have the ability to send you there myself.
Can we just kill him often enough and eventually he'll get there?
No. The space between spaces is unnatural in and of itself. Things aren't supposed to be there. Or if things are supposed to be there, you really don't want to mess with them. You've heard of Lovecraft, right?
I love his series, especially his Shadow over Innsmouth.
Yeah, don't speak the names of the creatures, like, ever. Because he knew more than he should have.
So the ones that are actually written in the book are not actually what they're called, I'm guessing.
No, they're very close. It's just,
So be careful and don't actually pronounce Nyarlathotep correct.
Meanwhile, you see Harris sitting there like, interesting. H.P. Lovecraft. I can approach him that way.
Yep. He can. He's dangerous. Yeah, but you know what? You be quiet. Boop. I'm gonna poke the mirror that we've been communicating with, and it just disengages. Okay, he can't hear us. But well, he can't hear us now. He can't. He only could hear us, but we can see him at least. Keep an eye on him. Yes, magic mirrors exist. No, you can't talk to it. I don't have one of those.
So it's not like the whole magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all type, but more like walkie-talkie type things.
Walkie-talkie, remote viewing.
This one get HBO on it.
No, that's what the TV for is upstairs. What, you think I wouldn't have some modern luxuries in this place?
I was just curious, like, if I actually could do that. If, like, you didn't have a television.
No. Have you seen a HDMI to magic mirror conversion cable? I haven't. And I'm not a techno sorcerer. Yes, those do exist and they terrify me, but they're still in their infancy. A lot of this magic stuff was created in a world that was medieval in technology. A lot of them didn't have gunpowder when the worlds merged. You do know that, right?
Yeah. Heard stories about that.
Yeah. And now there is some techno sorcery going on, but it's still in its infancy. Someday I would hope that I might be able to understand it myself, but for now, all I can do is, manipulate rocks and do ritual magic. Oh, and enchant things.
There's I can get something to drink.
There are guest rooms if you guys are interested. I unfortunately don't have a training room or a boxing room or anything like that, though I do have plenty of space outside of the castle if you want to run around. Just avoid the edges of the island. They're still being built and may be unstable. You won't die, but falling off, I may have to come and find you. That may take time.
Yeah, probably not a pleasant thing.
We're kind of in a pocket dimension right now. or more specifically, a sphere was created around this castle in its original world and then brought here and bound to a location on this Earth. Since things have kind of fused together weirdly. Yeah, it's been painful trying to figure everything out.
So Lovecraft is actually onto something. Learn something every day.
Oh yeah. I was kind of pretty scared when I found out a lot of the stuff when I was still learning.
How exactly did we not get like some kind of weird like Cthulhu rise up type situation with all the media about that stuff back in the early 2000s?
Well, because this world was fairly isolated from magic, and only recently it's reconnected. Not only that, but the thing is, he's not perfectly right. Pronunciation. Names have power in magic, but the trick is pronunciation of those names. And as I said, similar to the Scottish play, I don't name them. I use things that I know won't work. Another way to refer to them is the old gods.
Yeah, the old ones, the great old ones. Those.
No, they're not great. They're just, yeah, they're not great. They're terrible. Greatness implies positivity. Do those things sound like they're positive in any way?
I thought greatness mostly just referred to like power.
Well, if you have any questions, there's some living quarters. There's some living quarters above this main library. A couple of guest rooms, if you guys want to rest. Again, unfortunately, I don't have a workout room since I do more magic-y stuff.
Well, we could have Jimpan's character go into the cell and just beat up the Necromancer. I mean, that counts as exercise, right?
No. Don't open the door to that thing. It's what's keeping him contained, and I don't know what level of magic he has and what he's planning. I have to keep an eye on him. My wards are pretty strong, and the building is quite tough, but yeah. Yeah, just to let you know, this isn't regular stone, by the way. This stuff's tougher than concrete.
Good to know.
Yep. But yeah, this place can comfortably hold 8 people. As I said, living quarters are above this floor. There's a kitchen, living room area, and plenty of bedrooms. Let's see, what do they mark these days? Sorry, I haven't had guests. I haven't seen guests in here since I was 9. Since I was 9, they were old friends of my mentor. The bedroom on the top floor is off limits. My personal one is nearby the living quarters, and it will be marked with this symbol. And he basically just points to a symbol on one of the books. That's the symbol to my room. Please don't go in there.
Okay.
But there should be some rooms down the hall from that are available.
All right. I'll just go see what I can get with going through the tour.
The nickel tour.
Not the tour, the onion router.
Oh yeah. So you can use a little bit of technical trickery to keep us safe.
Yep. And so I'll just set up quite a few onion routers before going through tour.
Yep.
So many goddamn VPNs on top of VPNs on top of VPNs.
You won't find me. I'm behind 8 proxies.
Sir, we found them. The location is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
On a cell phone. It's currently in the Oval Office.
And currently he's tweeting about how we'll keep building the wall.
Let's see. But yeah, places. To put this simply, my place. It's got the size of a castle. It's one. Hold on. It's weird how it marks these. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my Okay, assuming that huge, then gargantuan, then colossal. My facility is my place is the castle. Basically it's the size of a castle, but it also has the land around it. Yeah, it's also got a lot of land around it.
I'm picturing like an old German castle. Those things are really nice looking.
Oh yeah, I would say basically it's probably like a German castle placed onto a hill kind of, and it's just there's a bunch of land now around it that is kind of cropped up, and you see you see fields of you see forest to one side, fields to another, some roads that are forming. There's also a quarry nearby as well. So yeah. Yeah, huge. Yeah, it's something called interconnected. Basically, it's called. Basically, he has an awesome size overall.
That's big. I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's nothing bigger to my knowledge. Let's see. Table. Sorry. Here we go. Table. Forgot an installation. An installation starts out size small. Each decrease in size gives you additional points to spend elsewhere, although you may not have enough load for extras. So basically, yeah, he's got room at this point to start generating magical crops and things like that. That's the reason why he's done this. So he always has a supply of magical reagents, and a good place to practice his geomancy. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, sorry. Structure size category. Awesome is the highest. The castle starts at... Where is it? The castle is huge naturally, so it's size of a castle. He's got it up to awesome. Small town. Basically, it's a small town in equivalent. But a lot of it's empty land. Right now, you see areas where fields are going to be going in, but they haven't been set up yet. He hasn't bought himself some John Deere tractors as of yet. Do you do any exploring?
Oh, I'll do some exploring.
What do you want to know about it?
Let's see. First, gonna go not towards kind of towards the direction of the edges, just to see if I can see the stuff getting built up.
Yeah, you basically see like the land growing, almost like a crystal. Faint glow, and it's just growing. You see, you see just kind of what needs to be filled in. You see grass spreading rapidly, things of that sort. Basically, I'm basically saying the place is currently growing because he upgraded its. I upgraded it with the grounds ability.
Interesting.
And they're back.
Yep. Welcome back, Ty. It turns out that my place, I've got the largest. If I include the grounds, my place is as big as you can get for a complex. It is equivalent to a small town in size at this point.
Jeez. All right, so what are you gonna do, Happy Necromancer?
Mr. Happy Necromancer is going to stay in that cell until I can find which group has got the best chance of long-term containment. I'm going to be doing some research in my library. Does it give me any bonuses?
Yeah, since it's your library, so.
Yeah, so +2, I'd assume?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so does anyone want to help me do magical research?
Sure. I'll help however little I can.
Basically, your intelligence +2.
Intelligence +2, okay.
Yeah.
So that will be...
Because it's basically a flat expertise check in this case. He does help, so he just give me an additional 2. 37. Do I find a name of a group that can contain this guy for long term?
Deep in the pockets of the government, there's a special task group of former necromancers that could use a spell to pretty much wipe current necromancers that's not exactly on the level of his existence. As in, they send them into the void.
Got it. So basically, they do what his master once did, except they're a team that does this.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it. So do we have a means of contacting them?
I know at least 2 FBI agents.
Okay. Can we Skype them?
Sure.
So, Kira, you're gonna pull out your laptop and
Yep.
and you're gonna Skype them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. Please make sure behind a lot. So yeah. So
behind like 8-12 proxies.
I'm assuming he can do a tech check to encrypt his transmissions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's decent. Okay.
Not that great.
So yeah. So I'll be. So I guess we'll just be kind of just hanging out in the library, and then whatever. I can't remember. You guys remember the Skype call noise?
Like, hey, what's up? How's your mission?
Hi. Could you get us in contact with the Order of whatever they're called? The Order of the Void.
What?
Yeah, they're.
I don't know what to. How do you hear of them?
I basically just hold up an FBI file that says classified on it because it's just in my library somehow.
You want me just to drop the shoe and tell him?
No, I'm just holding up the file, going, I have it in my library. My master and now I make sure I keep up with governmental magic organization in case they're ever needed.
I thought they burned all the books. Yes, the order. Give me about a day.
Okay, well, you can reach us at this number.
Actually, 1 second. He walks up to Scully and talks to her like, "Are you sure?" Okay, 1 second. Are you sure? Scott, the main agent, Mulder walks up to you. Is like,
We're still using Skype. They don't know where I live.
no, I meant walks up to the computer. Is like, well, this is interesting. So much for my day job.
Oh, are you in trouble?
No, I'm the lead. As well as if the FBI agent is my day job. When Nercomancer pops up, well, I'm part of the order.
Ah, because I got a necromancer in my magic dampening holding cell right now downstairs in the dungeon of my place, which I'm not going to bring you to because I do not want the FBI to know what I have, since I clearly have something you don't want me to have. And he starts kind of flapping around the file that says classified.
Yeah. I'll let this pass. Okay.
I've also got the unread.
When you get back to the city, me and my associates will stand by to seal them in, if you will. You remember the Superman movie about the Phantom Stone and stuff?
Yeah,
we'll have to get the generator ready, if you will. Yeah, it takes at least 3 or 4 of our order to activate it.
Well, I might be able to help with that. My my former master sent these guys to the void herself. No assistance. Just took her time. So I can see if I can't find something in my archive that might be able to make it so that that I can replace one or speed up the process at least.
That's true. Alright, when we get back to the hideout, we'll just perform the ritual.
Yep.
It takes me about a day, though, because I have to contact all the other agents and let them know what happens.
Sorry about that. My computer just froze up for a little bit for the last minute. What did I miss?
Okay.
Last I heard was like Mulder indicating that he was part of the Void.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of where I just stopped.
Yeah. He's got to get a couple of guys together. I'm going to see if I can't help speed up the process by being able to substitute in for one of the casters, or at least provide energy, so they don't need as many casters. So I'm going to start studying this magic.
You need to get them some Red Bull or something?
No. I've just got to study magic.
Well, I guess I'll go doing about a bunch of some stuff then. Maybe look around here. Maybe see about how like something's
37 to try to learn this magic. Learn some of this magic myself from my master's former notes and reading some of the books that she said, hey, be careful with this.
It's a very dangerous magic, hence why multiple agent strike was part of it, but you learn enough to send them to the void. Well,
or help to help. I can help, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, when you read the magic, you realize why multiple agents is there to help. Why is a team of anti-necromancers?
Yeah. Yep.
And just as you know, Kent is still flying around. He obviously had to stop to refuel, but once he stops, then she's still on the hunt. So be careful.
Yep. Well, I mean, the trick is she's gonna have trouble getting into the place.
Well, I know, but the second you step out of the place, then be careful.
Just wait for night. Just wait for night. And I've got a little trick I can use to make it seem foggy around my place.
All right, so about 8 hours pass, and it's nighttime. About 8 o'clock at night.
Well, okay. I'm waiting for the agents to say we're good to go because I can't exactly contain this guy.
Okay. Okay. The next day, the agents Sculler's like, okay, you can bring him in.
I'm hoping he contacts us while it's still night out.
Yeah,
or at least
it's night out.
Okay, Kiri. Or sneak out the back door again.
Okay.
So, do you want to knock out Mr. Funtime Necromancer?
Shoot him?
Yeah, I just open a slot in the door for you.
Yeah, he's trying to sit there and throw like
stun gun going in and bang, 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 bang. Do you want me to actually just roll, or I'm just going to keep going at this until I'm told to stop?
Well, I'll kind of walk. I'll kind of walk up to the cell, open the slide, and go. Order of the Void will be handling you soon enough. Turns out there are people that still know how to do that.
You ordered those traitors?
Oh,
no,
don't worry. Don't worry. It won't be that bad. It's after all, whole Klaatu, Rada, Nikto, shit like that. Probably won't be that terrible or painful. Actually, it's a void. It's probably ungodly painful.
Well, it's not the fit. Well, having your soul wrenched from your body, I would presume, is very painful. But the madness that comes from being in an infinite void alone for all eternity.
Yeah, so the kind of stuff where you basically be going,
Why are you trying to cast a spell to change my hair color?
Wait, that's actually what it does?
I'm actually going to roll deception on that one.
Like, God knows I probably was doing it just about as well as Ash came into it.
You fully believe me. Unless you have a ridiculously high, what was it? A ridiculously high, what was it? Insight check.
Just a +10.
You might be able to beat me. Go ahead and roll it.
Let's see. No.
I would presume you believe me. You're fairly confident that I know what I'm talking about.
In that case, Deathsick will just look to the sky, extend his arms in kind of like the T-pose and go, Latu, Varata.
You believe me?
You're the magic man.
I was being flippant. So knock out this guy and we'll get him back in his stone pillory and get him out of here.
All right. Bang. Just non-stop shooting.
All you hear before you see is like, I remember this little girl. She said she had trouble walking. I didn't tell her I actually removed her spine. I decided to try to replace it with, what you call it? Oh yeah, chain devil spine. It got all the powers of it too. It didn't take too well on humans. He went crazy and died, but what I learned, I guess.
And I guess I'm glad the Order of the Void will be dealing with you so you can hurt no one else.
As he continues to talk, as obviously he beat the check.
Once he's basically completely helpless and paralyzed, I'm going to lock him into the stone pillory, and I'm going to do like a Destro helmet that covers his eyes.
What are you
made of stone.
doing? What are you doing? I assume you're covering his mouth too.
He can still breathe, but only through his nose.
I have like a construction glue. Ensure that his mouth stays shut.
No. This is fine. His ankles are together. Don't get near his hands. He can't hear. He can't see. He's got no concept of what's going on. Unless he has some sort of extrasensory ability, which I haven't detected. But yeah, so we're going to have to go out the back door again.
All right. Take my rope and just try and toss it around his neck, so that way I don't have to touch him.
I make a little loop in the stone pillory for you to put the rope in.
Yep.
So you can tug him along. He's just kind of floating along.
All right. Like a really disgusting balloon.
Yeah, floating pretty close to the ground. So we'll quietly slip outside. What I'm going to do is when I open the door is I'm going to use one of the abilities I haven't used in front of you guys yet. And I'm going to create a dust cloud.
Okay. And I'm guessing that it like obscures vision and stuff.
Yeah, it all visual senses.
Alrighty.
So yeah, so it's basically a very thick dust cloud that's formed in my back. It kind of formed in my backyard. So we've got full concealment. Once we get into this, I'll lock the door behind me. I'll make a tunnel and get us back to the whatchamacallit, and then we'll fly off at top speed.
Alrighty.
Ty, does that work?
There we go.
Yeah, I think it'll work.
Yep.
Let me actually check something to see if she can still see you. I'm pretty sure I doubt it, unless she wasn't that, but who knows.
Yeah. And I'm just going to buy 10 stealth. So I've got a DC 20 stealth, but again, then concealment makes it harder to see and all that stuff.
I forgot robots don't get away on this, so let's see if I could get an electronic then.
Nope.
Nope. You actually get away. Of course, the bad news is now there's robots hovering around the city, but you actually get away.
Yep, we'll pop up. What we'll do is we'll pop up outside of the city, and then fly off to the meeting location.
You want me to blast that robot with a subverter just in case, or we're good?
What's the range on your subverter?
I'm gonna guess it's more than 60 foot.
Yeah, we're popping up outside of my my hometown, man.
It was a shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I guess this is in-flight entertainment. DedSec will go back to reading H.P. Lovecraft.
Wait, did you take that out of my library?
I downloaded the book from the online.
Oh, okay.
Take that stuff from you.
Well, if you want to borrow something from the not from the fiction section, be my guest. Just ask.
Yeah, he'll just start with this short story, The Terrible Old Man. Let's see if there's some hidden meaning in there.
Oh God, you're going to become a techno sorcerer by the end of this, aren't you?
Possibly. I'm kind of thinking like one of those Cthulhu cultist type magic insane tech dudes. That would actually be a bad idea. Player concept.
Yep. So yeah. So we'll go there, and I'm bringing a little crate full of books for that ritual to help me along.
Will do. Any books I should be aware of?
Well, no, I brought a series of books, and they're bound in very ominous leather.
Any like sealed with chains as well, or is it just like
no leather band with a simple lock?
The kind that gives you a headache, the kind of books that have like that aura that give you a headache just looking at it. Or...
No, they just feel unnatural to you.
And I'm guessing I'm guessing they're the champion of all staring contests.
Yeah, pretty much. My character has brought like 2 or 3 of them just to kind of help him out.
Actually, just as a quick mechanics question, like those who are more in tune to the arcane compared to those who are not, like your character versus my character, the stuff that you feel like from the arcane elements, would my character at all feel that at all, or would it be?
I would presume it's muted. I would presume it would be muted in comparison. For example, my character's really not powerful. Yeah, like let's say my character's going full force, you probably feel like a pressure coming from him. Whereas a minor talent, you could walk by them on the street and not even notice. Whereas my character might get an inkling that they're a minor talent.
Okay, just curious about that.
So yeah, we bring the guy. I'm presuming we're in an isolated location.
Barter is like, here's the directions. That's all I've been told to tell you.
Got it.
So yeah,
we're gonna fly out quickly.
Yeah, and let you know you had to isolate location.
Woo! Isolate location. My character lands, and does he see a ritual circle already set up?
Yes. With these people standing by it.
Yep. My character kind of brings the guy over, floats him, and then basically creates a more sturdy stone pillory at the center of it, unless they tell him not to do that. So he's completely locked into stone. Legs are locked in. His hands are technically free, but he can't move. That should hold him.
Yeah, that should.
I see Agent Mullen.
Is that the Necromancer?
Yeah, no, that's Agent Mullen in a mask.
Yep.
Everyone else isn't worried there.
Okay, so we have 3 total, and my characters go. How long is this ritual going to take you 3 to pull off?
Usually about 10, 20 minutes.
What if you had a 4th person?
Need a 5th person. 1 second. I'm sorry I'm late, fellas. No problem.
What if you had an extra person to add into that mix?
About 15 minutes. Then eventually, he looks up like, you. Well.
He holds up one of the books. As I said, my master had to do this on her own. Studied her notes and some of the books that she had on it.
Interesting. Usually is a trial to see whether you're guilty or innocent, but your crimes are too numerous to compare. All I did was trying to advance humanity. What's wrong with that? Like, guilty of all charges. Prepare the ritual. It's joking, right?
My character does some movements, and several stones start flying around him. Kind of as almost like electrons orbiting, and there's a single black gemstone floating in between his hands.
As the performing ritual begins, all of them are using lightning, fire, ice, and wind to.
And I'm bringing the earth.
Yep. And Agent Sully is actually bringing the holy magic to actually
nice
to finish it off. You dare use holy magic? Yes, I do. Of course, they're all
Power of Christ compels you.
They all start chanting like, the power compels us. And 15 minutes later, you see a voice starting to crack under his feet. Like I'll be back. Nova. As you can actually see his soul being ripped from his body.
The blackness that you see is exceedingly unnatural. It looks wrong.
Like I've never. One girl's like, I've never seen a soul so pitch black in my life. The old lady's like, focus. And it takes a little longer than you thought because, well,
I'm guessing it's fighting to stay attached.
Well, it wasn't talking about not being a good necromancer. Not to mention his regeneration abilities, having fighting off.
Holy crap!
But eventually, the soul is eventually ripped from his body.
I was just rolling because you probably would have needed a roll for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, me needed to roll because she's actually fighting it. Yeah, his soul is ripped from his body, and you see a lifeless corpse drop to the floor before eventually going into a separate void. The ritual is done.
One less necromancer in the world.
I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. Yeah, well, that's what we're here for, right?
Yep. One less necromancer in the world. So that's 4 left.
4 left, yes, but none of them are as evil as him. But eventually we're gonna catch up to them. And when we do, the house will finally be done.
Necromancers are like cockroaches; they find a way to survive.
Probably a dumb question, but is there a risk that he might get out of the void?
It's the space between spaces, the place where souls aren't supposed to go.
So
Which
there's probably
means
something there that's going to devour it.
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't care to know. Like
One of those things of
the old lady pipes says, like, I looked at the void once. I will never look into it again. Childish curiosity, if you will.
that terrifying, or kind of like the kind of universe where it makes non-Euclidean geometry seem like basic arithmetic.
Or it literally has no rule, or it literally
Like,
has
there
nothing.
there is no rules. It's just dead.
It
In
just
this case, you're
is.
getting ripped out while we take your body and chuck it into a separate void to make sure your body and soul are never reunited ever again.
Well, let's get out of here.
Yep.
I need a few days off after that one.
On the Magic Carpet ride, I'll just keep reading H.P. Lovecraft.
You'll notice that my
no offense, but
my character's arms are slightly glowing on the way back.
Yeah, no offense,
underneath the
we're gonna take a rest here. That
How
actually
glowy?
brings us a whole
like dim glow stick glowy you can see within the sleeves.
Okay, so kind of like a very old glow stick where it's only like when it's really dark you notice it's glowing.
Yeah, and it looks like he's being a little strained during transit.
Need help, buddy?
I'll be fine. Just pushed a lot of used a lot of earth magic right there. They were tapping into a ley line for that one.
I pass him a Red Bull and a 5-hour energy drink.
No, thank you. I don't touch either of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't physical exhaustion. It's not natural exhaustion. It's magically initiated. He rolls the sleeves back, and you see extensive tattoos that are glowing.
You figured that those things would be glowing if you weren't magically exhausted.
They're containment tattoos.
So basically you had to open up the dam to let all the power out. And
Well, I had to pull in a large amount of power. What you see here is the tattoos straining against the power within me. My body's trying to diffuse it.
Anything I can do to help out, or is this just kind of like a weight type thing?
Given time, I'll be fine. I'm kind of flying right now, so fortunately, no, I've got it fine. I mean, look, and you just see rocks are floating around him. As I use it, this should help burn up some of the energy. You just need to focus.
All right.
Magic stone carpet ride back home.
All right. Well then.
All right, let me just sit you back.
Yep.
Guess my character will just keep reading H.P. Lovecraft and practicing Cthulhu language.
Yeah, and my character will, well, he's got things he needs to worry about, so he's going to be going back to his place and getting back into his civilian identity to do some stuff. Visit friends, college classes, things of that sort. Well, he already graduated high school. He's taking online courses right now.
Yeah, Mulder and his and the Void Squad. And the Void Squad is going to be resting for a couple of days because
Okay.
that brings them a whole lot then.
Hey, Gio, question for you. Gio, question for you. Seawall?
Yes.
So earlier you mentioned that Ouija boards actually work. So if I were like to go to a dollar store and buy like a Hasbro Mattel a Ouija board, it actually does stuff? Or does it have to be like certain makes, certain materials?
Well, technically, there's a way to do a Ouija board with basically just paper. It's what it represents.
So it's kind of like the power of belief actually makes it powerful type thing.
My magic is heavily internal, but you'll notice I still have accoutrements. See this little pouch?
Yeah.
Basically, this includes basic ritual components, foci. Technically, I can do a lot of that magic without it, but it helps. Little certain gemstones help. I utilize, and it's partially belief. It's hard to say if it's belief or if it's innate magic in the item. I can tell you for sure that my amulet, it has its own magic that protects me, and my robes are stronger than Kevlar due to the weaving of magic into it. But we're getting into magic theory at that point, and there's multiple things, and it gets very complex very quickly. But the Ouija board is a focus item. If it's of higher quality, or if it has certain negative events attached to it, it's more easily going to call something and build and make a bigger door for it to go through. It's a focus item. For someone like you who does not have any talent, you're unlikely to really summon anything. Though you have heard the ghost stories about people playing with Ouija boards and suddenly their house is haunted.
Yeah, I've heard those.
Nine times out of 10, it's fake. 1 time out of 10, they summoned a demon or a spirit.
Yeah. Note to self: niece wanted Ouija board for her birthday. Let's not get her that.
I recommend tarot cards. They're completely safe.
No connections to the fates or anything with those?
No. Tarot cards. If you do it right, it'll give you. What's a good way to put it? Do you know how to properly use tarot cards?
I know the basic idea behind a tarot card. That
the tarot card deck that's properly utilized is the person who wants to know what the future what the future could hold. They're the ones who must shuffle and then cut the deck, thus imparting their energies into the deck. The person that is flipping the cards is more of a neutral interpreter. They're actually not imparting any of their energies into the deck. So it only uses your own energies. But again, it's vague for a reason.
There was stuff that happened in the past, hence they have to keep it vague, isn't there?
Well, you have past, current, and future is the most common one, the 3-card method. There are other ones where you just keep pulling from the deck, and that can just kind of tell you what your path might hold, or at least a path. Then there are more complex versions that do 9 cards that are past, present, future. Again, it's vague. Also, death card, not that bad. Not that bad.
It just means change.
Well, death inverted is death straight up is change. Something will change. Death inverted is something will change, but something is likely not to replace what changed. Something will be lost, but something won't replace it. So there is some negative connotations to that one. Personally, I more worry about the 3 swords inverted.
What would that get you?
3 swords inverted. I think I've got a deck on me. He pulls the card out and hands it to you. The picture of a card is that of 3 swords piercing a heart.
Okay.
Inverting it, what happens to those swords? What would happen?
Okay, so it basically shows 3 swords that are piercing a heart.
Yes, from the top. And inverted, what does that mean?
That means that the heart is falling to the swords and not the other way around.
No, the swords fall out of the heart.
They're falling out of the heart.
Which means that which the rough interpretation usually means your heart is going to be broken. Your heart is going to be hurt, and it will be allowed to bleed. So it will it will be a long pain. Whereas vertical, the swords pierce your heart, it hurts, but they stay in there.
So it's a pain, but it's a pain that you'll eventually get overcome.
Well, you'll overcome likely to overcome either pain, but the pain in and of itself with the pain it won't be a same lingering pain or a lingering damage.
So what about the swords where... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You were saying?
So what about like some of the stories I've seen where somehow beyond all logic, duplicate cards appeared, and the deck was properly shuffled, no duplicate cards were there, yet somehow duplicates appeared.
Usually some sort of trickery or some sort of element of the fates intervening. Or somebody fucking with somebody else. Illusion magic is a thing.
Yeah, but assuming it's like not people fucking around, then it would be depending upon what the card is that's being duplicated. That's going to have some real big impact in something.
Yep.
Well, she's not really magically inclined, so they probably won't figure that stuff out, so I think the tarot deck should be safe. Let's tell you this, though. If somehow she winds up in some room that's made of velvet and has to deal with some crazy bullshit, I'm blaming you.
Who's this a gift for?
Niece.
Oh, okay.
She has an interest in the occult.
I can recommend a couple of books.
Oceana and the remaining agent walks up to you like, that's like, sorry. Gio, can you do me a big favor and is the tell still active between this and New Hope?
Is the what still active? Is the tunnel still active?
She will.
Which tunnel is she looking for?
The tunnel between the city and New Hope. Like, yeah, we got. Yeah, as for
is that a city?
That's the city
New
it
Hope
came
was the
from.
city we were in.
Okay.
With the Nercomancer. But yeah, they pretty much explained that. Yeah, we got. Yeah, as per the ritual, we got this. We got expect and destroy the Nercomancers, please.
Makes sense. Destroy that guy's base.
Yeah. And obviously, my partner and his friends are going to be out commission for a few days, so we're going to do it ourselves. Sorry, I couldn't be around for the concert, but it is what it is.
But yeah, the tunnel between the bar and the base still exists. I'd never collapsed.
No, I meant not the bar and the base. The bar and the city the Necromancer came from.
We didn't dig a tunnel between the
bar and
there.
Oh,
we flew there and then we popped in from there.
Oh right, no problem. We figure something out. Those robots can't be too tough. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, sorry I couldn't be around for the concert. We'll see you when you get back.
All right, have a good one.
And she uses her war powers to get her and the agent up to the air and then fly off.
Woohoo!
I give like a simple send off in Cthulhu of good flight, don't die.
Yep.
Like we're trying not to. Gone. Alright. Well, let's see now. 1, 2. Well, let's have one more day to the concert if anyone wants to do anything. We're gonna rest. We're gonna rest here. We're gonna rest here and pick up next week.
I think this might be something we'll pick up next week.
I guess sounds good. Besides, you'd be up in Necromancer and sent him to the void. So 5 points each.
Woo! That's a lot.
I meant,
But hey,
I
everyone
meant
survived.
I meant 5. What you call it each?
PowerPoint or
PowerPoints?
hero point?
PowerPoints.
Hmm.
Like.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, it's not much, but anyway. Hopefully you have fun. Hopefully you have fun taking down pretty much an evil bastard.
Yep.
And avoid crazy robots that's set on killing you. Need to say this is not the last time we face her, but until next time, we have a concert and some fun.
Yep. Have a good one.
See ya. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.